Explore. Definition: to travel through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. If you've ever been on a journey, you'll know that the end isn't always the best bit. In fact, I bet you're even tempted to jump to the end of this 2 to 3 minute video rather than just sticking out. Well, hear me out, okay? A little while ago, me and some friends went and did the 3-peat challenge. Now, it wasn't the actual 3-peat challenge, it was the Yorkshire 3-peat challenge. But I personally think the Yorkshire 3 Peaks is a little bit harder because you have to do it all in one big walk. There's no gaps in between. We'd never done anything like this before. We were completely underprepared. Even as I was packing my bag for the walk and thinking about what I might put in it, I literally had no idea. And so I just literally ended up taking effectively an empty bag around for this 7-8 hour walk. And also when we turned up, most of us were wearing trainers. Apart from one of our friends, Dan had these amazing looking professional walking boots on. And at the beginning we were just so jealous of Dan and everything that he would be able to get out of his walk because of these fantastic boots he was wearing. About half an hour into the walk, Dan turns around to us and says, "Guys, I think the sole on one of the boots that I'm wearing has started to come off." So we couldn't go back down. There was no way to kind of fix the problem. So the only thing we could do was to ask the guy who had this big load of gaffer tape to gaffer tape his boots back together. And we thought, you know what, hopefully that'll be fine, that'll stick, that'll be all right. Anyway, half an hour later, he turns to us again and he says, "Guys, the gaffer tape on one boot started to come off, but the sole on the other shoe started to come off as well." And pretty much every half an hour to an hour, for the rest of this walk, we had to stop and gaffer tape the boots back up. There were really difficult moments on that walk, moments that we had to really help each other and keep each other going. But there were also incredible moments. Moments where we were stood at the top of a peak and we would look out and it would just take your breath away. I don't know, maybe you had to be there. Or maybe that's the point. Maybe we've got so used to just finding the answer that we forget to go along for the journey. If we'd never gone on the journey, we'd never have known. So maybe exploring is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. In fact, the definition that we heard at the start doesn't even mention a destination at all. Does anyone else just use Google to find all of the answers at the moment? I know I do. I just kind of almost instantly turn to my phone and write in what I'm looking for. Or if I can't find it there, I might look on social media. I might find some answers in TV and film. I might ask friends or family, but ultimately what happens is that I find all of these answers and I've never actually gone on the journey for myself. You see, exploring is about adventure. It's about finding out if something truly matters. And there is so much in our world that is so exciting and worth exploring, and one of those things is faith. C.S. Lewis, the guy who wrote the Narnia books, you'll know him from them. He said this: "Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance." So how about you? Are you ready to explore for yourself?